I have no way to know if this audio is working. What does that mean? Well, hopefully audio is running here. I mean, it looks like it. This isn't making any noise, though. Is it? Yeah, it looks like it is. So, there's another Pokemon stage. Got boxing ring, similar. Great. All right, again, I don't have any idea how it's doing. Great. Lucario versus Pikachu. Okay. So, I mean, this is mostly fodder for editing. It's the next day. It's been about 24 hours since I tried to do this and found out that my estimation of what streaming was going to be like and creating this content in that limited amount of time, I was just very wrong about it. And so I've been thinking about this like Lucario subclass sort of all day, you know, had a regular day, kind of didn't really have, like I didn't really sit down to work on it much, but I think I've had a sort of major breakthrough with this, which, you know, it's just realizing how much this stuff happens so slowly for me, but I think that the issue that I was having yesterday with trying to come up with an identity for this was that I was just kind of thinking about each individual piece, which is a real rookie mistake. And sort of the point of making this channel was to somehow demonstrate that I, you know, could advise about not making rookie mistakes like this, and I've failed to do that. But now I'm going to fix that, which is we have to understand what this subclass does, and that doesn't have to necessarily be what Lucario does. I mean, it has to be similar enough that it fulfills the fantasy of playing as Lucario. But in thinking about like this sort of hit hard, especially when the chips are down and things are bad, I'm realizing like we want someone who we are giving them a benefit potentially to being hurt, which means we want to put them in a position to get hurt, which means we are making a melee ranger for the most part. Like that is what we should be focused on, making someone who goes in and gets hit, and therefore they become by default like some kind of tank, right? And so what does a good tank do? It keeps you know the monster's attention. It pulls. It does some battlefield control. Could do battlefield control. And what's great is that we've got this tool, this like force palm thing that he kind of uses. You know, obviously everything in Super Smash Bros. Pushes, but that kind of like open palm Aura Blast push would be really great for a tank that wants to take damage. It's, you know, coming in and and you know, like there's some sort of, you know, wormling, you know, attacking your squishier kind of, you know, warlock. You come in, run in your sort of D10 hit die with your armor on, and you force palm him 10 feet away from that guy, and then you pursue. You know, you like attack once to push, you pursue, and you attack with your sword or another, you know, force palm kind of thing. And you want to take damage instead of people. Wow, I like that Lucario. Oh no, we won. Great. Sorry, I just need something to talk over while this is happening. I'm gonna restart that with a different Pokemon. So this is a much stronger identity. Now we know that the goal is to make... Oh, right, sorry, here's the secondary thing. When you're looking at a character or at classes like Paladin, basically just Paladin, Ranger, which are, you know, half-casters. Or even like Eldritch Knight or an Arcane Trickster, right? You're always trying to make the decision, like, should I be... and I'm just talking about when you're playing. You're trying to decide, should I focus on my casting stat or my attacking stat? So for Rangers, by and large, unless you're making, you know, a Strength Ranger, by and large, that means... by and large, that means, you know, for Rangers, that's focusing on dexterity, so making dexterity, you know, 16 at the start of the game, and then 18 and then 20 with your first two ASIs, and then moving wisdom up after that. And that's because, for the most part, for Rangers, pushing your dexterity is also going to increase your AC, which is a big deal. You know, like most classes that are going to be on the front line usually like to increase their AC as they move forward. For something like Paladin, you increase your AC by buying it. You buy AC. You buy a shield, you buy better armor. I'm losing my mind here. Incineroar. This guy, Lucario, just here. Right. So you buy AC, so you can continue pushing your strength stat, which is your attacking stat. And then charisma is secondary for paladins, or, you know, intelligence is secondary for arcane tricksters or eldritch knights. You're always going to try and push your attacking stat, the thing that you use more often, right? But what could be fun about this is if you think about like the aura as some sort of magical power, and look at Lucario, like he just fights with the aura. Like he's got spikes in the back of his hands that he doesn't use. There isn't an attack that is like backhand spike, you know, whatever. So I kind of thought it'd be cool if you made essentially a ranger subclass that emphasizes or that encourages you not to invest in dexterity, to set your dexterity at 14 when you start, put on medium armor, and then buy AC as you go forward. Probably wield a shield. You know, start with whatever, you know, the base armor is like hide, or I don't know what they get, but it's, you know, chain shirt or something. It's like 12 plus 2 is 14. And then you could buy all the way up to a breastplate, or if you don't care about stealth, you can buy all the way up to half plate or whatever it's called, or splint. And that way, at level 4, you're investing in wisdom, because you're going to use it. All right. By encouraging you to do that, I can then have wisdom-based force palm, because now you don't need to invest in dexterity to increase your AC. You're buying AC, like a paladin, like a fighter in heavy armor. And now you can be a little bit more spell-focused, because you're not getting to level 12 with a 16 in your spellcasting ability modifier, which, you know, everybody knows rangers are bad. Ranger spells are bad. Can't do anything about that. But if you could have a ranger who starts with 16 wisdom and then goes to 18 and then goes to 20, you know, a level 8 ranger with 20 wisdom, 14 dexterity, totally workable, but not with all these abilities right now that require weapon attacks to work. You know, all these extra, the force damage from Horizon Walker and the psychic damage from Fey Wanderer, like it's all make a weapon attack, add some damage. And actually, we're gonna run into some issues in a second. I think Hunter's Mark requires a weapon attack, right? Yeah, weapon attack. Okay, we're gonna talk about some fiddler bullshit, but yeah, Hunter's Mark is weapon attacks. You can't necessarily Hunter's Mark what I'm about to propose. Right. So we're gonna look at something that gives you a wisdom-based unarmed strike, essentially, a weapon that you can use that is force palm, that you can use to essentially replace carrying a weapon. You'll still have, you know, the ability to shoot a bow or use a sword if you want, and you could probably play this without it. You could play it, you know, more balanced, 16-16 Dex Wiz, and mix it up. You know, use a sword and then toss a force palm out to reposition someone as a second attack after 5th level. Hey, Lucario's winning again. I feel like this is like a good sign, you know. But all right, that's good. Let's jump over to Chrome, where I've been screwing around with this. Yeah, I've just been. This is sort of stream of consciousness shit. You don't need this. Right. Okay. So we want to give this thing identity, make it clear what we are doing from here on. So you can see tiny previews of shit I've done. All right, deleting this. So the baseline features. I want like there's a phrase that you'll see, you probably know it if you're watching this, ribbons and rocks. Ribbons are features like calligraphy proficiency on, you know, battle masters. It's not super impactful from a rules perspective, but it helps to drive forward the narrative goals. And then a rock is a feature that does something, like maneuvers for battle masters. That does stuff in battle. And of course, calligraphy proficiency does something. I'm not saying it doesn't. And there are things that are sort of borderline, like I would say that the rogues, the assassins, like false identity thing, is that a ribbon? Yeah. Could it have a significant impact in gameplay? Yeah, sure, if your DM lets it. Whereas, like, the assassinate feature, your DM kind of doesn't. I mean, they do have some power over that. But anyway, so we're going to do a ribbon and a rock, even though a lot of rangers just get, like, 2 rocks. But whatever. But we're going to steal some stuff from... So the ribbon is going to be special aura sensing, and I'm going to talk about that. And then the rock, and I don't usually use these kind of terms, but whatever, is going to be force palm wisdom. Great. So that's our basic thing. And then spells. And I'm going to say that, like, we are going to focus on protective spells, maybe some temporary hit point stuff, maybe some sensory, but honestly, like, the primeval awareness feature kind of gives you a lot of those sensing things, but something like detect thoughts wouldn't be a bad choice. But you're going to see in a second that we're going to have some problems choosing spells here, because rangers only get 1 per level instead of 2, like a lot of, you know, full casters. So we're gonna talk about the process of choosing spells, but some spells. We know that the capstone is going to be Mega Lucario, which is essentially just everything you do, but better for 1 minute. And we're going to deal with that as we build out the class. We're going to do that. We know that the 7th level feature is probably going to be defensive in nature, because a lot of them are either defensive or positional. And we know that the big thing we want is benefit from being hurt, which I would say is under half health. That is a metric that many game features already use, like the is it champion? Champion. Somebody does this where you regenerate. Yeah, Survivor. Yeah, this is a, like, saying less than 10. Like, that is not a typical like piece of D&D language. Well, I guess there's some spells like power. The power word spells often have a HP thresholds. But we don't want to do that. We don't want to tell them what their HP can and can't be. We just want to say less than half. So if you've invested way in Constitution, you need to take more damage to... Anyway, so we're going to say less than half is this borderline for a benefit from being hurt. And that benefit will probably be an increased impact. So this will be damage, probably not accuracy. So it probably won't be a bonus to an attack roll, but probably a bonus to damage, or potentially a bonus to like pushback if we pushback mechanic or a knockdown mechanic as we work on this. And then this one, I don't have a great idea for this one, this one moving forward. I mean, they're often pretty small. Horizon Walker's little blippy teleport's cool. There's like a multi-attack thing from Hunter. Attack again after missing from Gloomstalker is sort of a multi. Like, these are all kind of multi-attacks. Interrupting natural casting is kind of, it's a reaction attack. So, yeah. This, I don't want to talk about it. This fucking swarm damage and a little swarm beast, and you can teleport to, that's too weird. But multi-attack stuff, so I'm going to say this is sort of like improved Force Palm plus more opportunity to use it. So we're gonna solve that when we get there. But right now, I want to work on these two features, and I already started writing this. It was like I should stop and wait until I am on camera so I can use it. Okay, so I'm starting to try and write it out like in language. I'm gonna maybe throw a little header on there. So the idea is like there are multiple subclasses across the game that let you know things about your opponent. So I think Battlemaster has Know Your Enemy, and that gives you, let's see, what does it give you? It lets, oh god, all the fucking maneuvers. It lets you know all this stuff, or it lets you know 2 of these things, which is like interesting, but I don't know, it doesn't feel particularly aura-y to me. I think that one of the Rangers has it. I think Hunter? I mean, Monster Slayer? Yeah, you can find out damage immunities. Yeah. And you can use it a few times, which is interesting. We'll think about maybe doing that. So we want something like that, but what I want to do is set like aura. Now, what I wish I could do is just make this kind of like detect emotion. Like not calm emotion, but detect emotion. I want to know how someone's feeling, which is basically detect thoughts, which is a 2nd level spell, which is not a crazy thing as an ability if it's restricted to give to a 3rd level character. It's a 3rd level rangers. They don't get 2nd level spells until later. So here's what I've kind of settled on a little bit. So I'm giving you insight proficiency, which mixed feelings about this. A lot of like giving skill proficiencies at later levels, like, you know, at a subclass, and I'll explain why. Like, the issue is if you are playing Lucario, if you're playing to type, if you've chosen this subclass, but you're starting at level 1 or 2, right? You've already chosen insight, and you've probably given yourself expertise in insight. I mean, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you do that? That's your whole thing. Like, so it feels weird to give you insight. Now I thought, well, I could give you insight and expertise, and that way, you know, you could choose something else for your canny expertise. I'm like, yeah, I guess you could. But there are some places where they'll give you a proficiency, and if you already have it, you get a different one. And so I think I should do that. And so let's go find one. No, it's not one of those. So again, like when you're writing this stuff, the easiest thing to do is like try to remember. I think the word already. Yeah. So here, like you find shit like this. You gain proficiency with alchemy supplies. We already have this yeah, great. So I'm gonna copy that language. Paste it in here. You gain proficiency with. Actually, how do we? Is there a language for gaining proficiency with a particular skill? I mean, I know that the samurai gets a proficiency. Proficiency in, so it's in. Proficiency in. Okay, great. Proficiency in insight, and it's not insight, yeah, and it's capitalized. Great. Proficiency in insight. You already have proficiency. You gain proficiency with one other skill of your choice. It's great. So that's sort of, I want you to have insight proficiency. You have to have it. Because it just makes sense. You can sense auras. You have insight. Great. And it's not punishing you for playing to character ahead of time. And you can see that like in older subclasses, proficiencies are just given. And that can be kind of frustrating. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but you'll see that language appear a lot more later where it's like, if you already have it, let's see if it already appears here. Yeah, see this. Choose, you gain proficiency in nature, and see if you don't already have it. You don't already have it. But that means if you do already have it, you get nothing from Scout. Now, you get this, but here's the thing. You could have chosen that for expertise. Like, you could have literally chosen nature and survival and given yourself expertise, and then at 3rd level, you get nothing. So you'll see that that language is kind of nice. So, okay. Insight, proficiency, what is your choice? Second thing I wanted to do is I wanted to give a new type of thing. You know, Battle Master lets you know like relative strength, like a lot of physical strength stuff. The Monster Slayer knows about like type vulnerabilities and resistances. I want this one to know something else. And so I wanted to know what a creature's like internal power is. So that's physical power, but it's like spiritual aura power. And this one is just knowing if they can cast spells. And I think that's a cool little thing. And you could potentially use it for some interesting social thing where like an unassuming whatever, and you're just like, can I make one of my special insight checks? I want to see his aura. And then you know, on the little shopkeep who's acting a little weird, and it's like, oh, this you're level 4 aura guardian, and you're with your party, and it goes, oh, this shopkeep, yeah, I can cast 6 level spells. And yeah, your party's like, now you can quickly like turn to your party and like, yeah, if you have telepathy or something, because really, if you're playing to type, you should give yourself the telepathic. We'll talk about that. I wasn't gonna put telepathy into this class, into this subclass, although you could make an argument for that. But anyway, like, holy shit, 6 level spells. We're 4th level characters. Even the wizard can only cast 2nd level spells. This guy is suspicious. Like, that is an interesting thing to know. I thought about saying which, that you know which ability score they use to cast them. But that's more than 2 pieces of information, which I feel like there's that sort of gate on the Battle Master where you get to know 2 things. It can cast spells and at what level. And also, like, not every stat block tells you that. Sometimes you have to, well, depending on the stat block. Usually it'll tell you, but sometimes you have to work it out. And honestly, it seems like an effort to make the DM do that, and I think I'd rather just say, yeah, this person can cast spells. So I think that's interesting. I would like if they could have something a little bit more like you can feel the mood of those around you. But also, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that... What can Kalishtar do? Yeah. Okay, yeah, they can just speak telepathically. Yeah, either way. So Aura Estimation is kind of an odd name for it. We'll maybe come up with a better name later. But at third level, you can sense the inner motivations and power of those around you. You gain proficiency in Insight. If you already have proficiency, I'm going to say in the Insight. In Insight. If you already have this proficiency, you gain proficiency in one other skill of your choice. You can also use a bonus action to make a special Insight check on a creature you can see, contested by the target's Charisma, Deception check. If you succeed, the DM tells you if the character is capable of casting any spells, as well as the highest level spell they are able to cast. I'm going to put something in here that I don't necessarily want to, which is a limit. I'm going to copy the limit from Monster Slayer. I think this is standard design, and I don't like it, but it'll also be a good way to sort of teach something about D&D Beyond, because this will give us a little metered checkbox. You check, 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 and it'll go away at a long rest. And since we're designing something that can boost wisdom, they'll be able to do a lot. Ooh, now that's interesting. If the creature is hidden from divination magic. I'm not going to put that in there. I'm not going to do that. That's interesting. I'm not going to do that. That's maybe something that someone could take issue with, but we're going to... Okay, Aura Estimation. And then... we're going to say Aura Strike. Force Palm. Alright, yeah. So, the intention here is to straight up replace weapon attacks. And I'm going to say right now, it's kind of a stupid idea. Like, why make a ranger and then turn it into a weird monk? I don't really have an excuse for that, but I do think that the rest of the ranger stuff works really well. Being able to cast spells works really well. I think putting on armor so that you don't have to increase your dexterity to increase your AC also kind of works well for this like steel type getting in there, you know, in the thick of it and pushing people around with your force palms. So yeah, I mean, look, this is the first episode of this. This one doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe if I keep doing this series, I'll come back and I'll fix this awful garbage. But we're gonna move forward. So our goals with Aura Strike are to do something like, I mean, this is not gonna be written in D&D language, but it's like, I want maybe like a melee spell attack using wisdom, which I don't think I have to specify because it's a spell attack, but I'll check on it. Like using wisdom deals 1d6, 4, 6. I mean, reasonably speaking, if you were like a really optimized ranger, you're wielding a rapier and a shield, I guess, like a really, you know, frontline ranger, maybe a rapier and a shield. It's a D8. This has the benefit of being magical immediately. It's also going to have secondary benefits. I'm going to say D6. We're going to not get mad about it. Yeah, I'm going to say D6 because this isn't like the other ones. It isn't giving you a boost to your damage. Deals 1d6 plus whiz force damage. I thought about the damage type. I know Aura looks bright and shiny, but like it's force damage. I'm just gonna look at it. What was that? What did I do? This is very strange. I'll move this guy around. Let's just throw Jigglypuff in here. Yeah, I just want to take a look at this, like watch them do it, and It's on their hands, and just these little explosions. Well, this computer's terrible. But yeah, I'm going to say this is force damage. I think the light effect is kind of stupid. I think that if you think about it from like a Pokemon typing perspective, Radiant, if anything, is psychic or fairy or maybe like dragon but it ain't fighting. I mean, if anything, I'd want this to be bludgeoning damage, but that is the saddest thing in the world. So we're going to do force damage, which is sort of, I always think of like bludgeoning, piercing, slashing as lesser versions of force damage. So, great. 1d6 plus wisdom, force damage. We wanted to have a knockback effect, 5 or 10 feet maybe. And that's basically it. Like, we are just giving you a new attack that you can use whenever you would make a melee weapon attack. Actually, that's an interesting rules clarification. Melee or ranged attack. One melee or ranged attack. You're not casting, you're making, so it gives you a new melee spell attack, but it's just something that you can make whenever you want. Trying to pitch, yeah, and then making an attack. So that's interesting. Is there a character? Is there an existing subclass that gives you a new option while attacking? I mean, Soul Knife doesn't do that. It gives you a magic weapon. So it does away with that. Sunsoul. New attack option. Yeah. Great. So we're making sunbolts. Yeah. Okay, this is the language. All right, I'm going to steal all of this. So we are looking as a melee spell attack. Thinking about the reach thing, thinking about should it be 5 feet or, Lucario sometimes he's still doing it. No, he's just over there winning. Let's look at that. That's a cool Pokemon. Sometimes Lucario will do it at like a slight distance. But I'm going to say that for now, we want to keep it within melee range. It's a melee spell attack. You add your modifier to attack damage rolls, which is force. Damage I is D6. This, that's nothing. Any of the attacks you make is part of the attack action. Awesome. Great. And then, of course, flavor shits. It's there. Knockback. No, what we don't want to do is impose like a saving throw. I don't really like that. I think it's really annoying, especially if you're going to be doing it twice a turn, like force palm. This one attack. Here's a free hand. Or, all right, I want to say like it's a kick or a punch, but like, yeah, I don't want to restrict this. I do like the idea that you have to have a free hand, though. Pushing with it, you add your Mesmer, its damage plus force, its damage die is a d6. Yeah. Right, so this sort of being able to move someone 5 feet against their will is tricky. It's pretty powerful. Now, it's usually gated behind either a saving throw or something like this. I'm going to copy that. I mean, again, look, we're making a first draft. Feet directly away from you. Actually, that's a good point. Let's go steal the language from telekinetic. This is great. Away from you. Away from you. Yeah. Provided target. Yeah, all right, great. The idea is you could drive someone back with this. Yeah, I like this. All right, so Aura Strike. Melee spell attack, use Wisdom. Great, great, that's good. Switch up drawer. So let's go find. So there's some interesting things about writing these. It's like there's these kind of, you'll see it starting at 3rd level. Sometimes you'll see. Yeah, let's see if we can find a more recent one. There are. Is it like when? Yeah, you see stuff like this when you choose this domain. You see like that sort of contemporary, or not contemporary, but like chronological language when you, starting at 3rd level, when you choose this. Like starting at 3rd level when you choose this archetype. And then we'll just think of some flavor nonsense. You can that's not great, but whatever. All right, so this is 2 features, estimation and the strike thing. So let's make these. Let's make these in D&D Beyond. Oh, it hates this. It's so similar to all the other ones. Oh, I changed it to Aura Guardian because I went on like the Lucario page, and as it turns out, Aura Guardian is a thing, and also then I can use the word strike, but whatever. Okay, so Aura Guardian magic, we're going to deal with that later. Aha, so Otherworldly Glamour is the ribbon from Fey Wanderer, and this is now Actually, let's just, while we're here, can you do better than this? Hmm. Actually, since it's insight things are... Yeah, I'm gonna say intuition. Great. Now we can go and change this to, say, third level Aura Guardian feature, and we've got the language for it, which is here. And we're gonna use that trick later. In skill, is that the... That's good. That's good. All right, we're going to keep that up there. Okay. Yep. Okay, it adds 2 modifiers. I don't need any of these, so I don't know. I'll save this. Right, so the snippets are annoying. Honestly, I hate this part of doing a 7D D&D Beyond game. Insight. We're not gonna put the... Great. Awesome. Save changes. And now we are going to lose these modifiers. We don't need these. Great. And great. And we are going to build, we now have a new action. So this is a general action. This is Aura Tuition is I don't know that it does that. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about that. It's none of these things. It's none of this. It's none of this. It's none of that. It's none of these things. It is a bonus action. It's a long rest reset. And I guess I've never... Well, let's go back and grab this description. So it's this action. Bouncing spells has spell they're able to cast. And then the snippet is let's just grab all of it. You can make a special insight check on a creature. Okay. Where's the how many times I can do it? That's so strange. All right. Well, we're about to dive into something that I think is very interesting, which is we're gonna. All right. This one of many. If we're gonna start talking about D&D Beyond Homebrew Maker, we get to see some other bullshit I've made. This is a problem. I want to like have a library of these functions, but instead I just know. Well, I'm thinking of the insight check from Inquisitive. It's called Make It Inquisitive, and then I gotta go look. I gotta go find Insightful Fighting. I gotta go to Edit. I gotta find the action. I gotta edit that. I go okay, Insightful Fighting. Bonus action. Oh, this one is not limited. Shit, so I've just done this for no reason. Which one is limited? It's the Ranger. Great. Great. Alright, I don't even need that. Yeah. Subclass for Ranger based on Monster Slayer. Hunter Sense. Actions. Long rest reset type. Oh, limited use, literally just down there. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Yeah, it had limited use. Number of uses. Wisdom. Well, let's just double check how this one does it. 0 addition, wisdom. 0 addition, wisdom. Addition, no level, no proficiency, great. Alright. Okay, well then I guess that's that. Great. That's our intuition, more or less built out. Okay. And then we're going to change Dreadful Strikes to Aura Strikes. Aura Strikes. And probably change that name later. New attack option. Snippet is you gain a new attack option to strike, to whatever. Whatever. They usually have periods in the end. I don't know. Great. Great. Awesome. Cool. Save that. This has a fun level scaling thing. We may want to come back and do that. I'm going to delete this. And I'm going to delete this. Whatever. Level scaling is cool, but we just don't have it right now. And the actions. So Dreadful Strikes is currently a 1d4 psychic. It's displayed as an attack. It's got this fucking description in it. Alright. This is a spell? Spell, yeah. Strike. Wisdom. Proficient. Melee. None of that. 1d6. Great. Awesome. Damage type. Force. Display attack. Yes, please. Spell range type. Not going to touch that. Yeah, great. Activation type is doesn't count. Reset type doesn't count. And we gotta go back and do this shit again. And then choose archetype. Finding dealer power strike. Whatever. Gain attack. Great. Save. And I'm just going to get rid of this level over, I think, because I don't know what that does. Delete. Yeah. Okay. We've got Aura Strikes. Strikes on there. It's an action. Adds no modifiers. Got no level scaling. It doesn't do any of that. Fantastic. Fantastic. Awesome. Great. Okay. So that's Aura Strikes. That's right. Now, we are now in a position where we can start to actually look at this. So without homebrew content. I don't care. Let's do that. So we've got this for level 4. We've got that. Cares? Oh shit's terrible. Yeah, let's go back. Let's just bump up wisdom. 15. Fantastic. Aha. Alright, we made that earlier. So we have Aura Strike. It's 1d6 plus 3. Its hit is plus 5. That tracks. We have plus 3. We have proficiency bonus plus 2. Aura Strike to hit. Whatever. 5. It's force damage. Force damage. Yeah. Cool. We've also got Aura Intuition, which we can do like this. There. It's there. Got a little snippet. Bonus action. You know, this has a little description, features, class features. Aura, proficiency and insight. Fantastic. We got no spells. We have Charm Person by accident. We'll deal with that. That's just still legacy, but great. Awesome. We got this guy. I'm going to do something right now, which is I'm going to bring him back down to level 1. Confirm. Back here, and then we'll have to come back to him because it gets a little weird sometimes about updating from what you call it. So how are we doing? Doing this an hour. The streaming stuff is impossible. How do people do this at length This is exhausting. I'm just... I always sort of understood why like Game Grumps did it as like a two-person thing, and the other way seemed lonely. But my God, is this an odd and lonely and isolating experience? Okay. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try the benefit from being hurt, and we're gonna call this. Whatever. What is our 7th level thing? So when you are, and actually, while I'm out here, let's just go get it. Let's just go get that language. Really having a good time here. This is very unnecessary. That's good. That's great. I'm just gonna take that language. So in this case, what are we actually trying to do with this? So hurt bad, which means do we just double? Is it 2d6? Or if you're below half health, that do you have 2d6 force palms? At level 7, that means you're doling out while you're below half health. It's 4d6 plus probably 8. 4d6 plus 8 damage in a round. It's quite a lot. You know, a Hunter's Mark plus a d6 weapon would pump out roughly the same, but now you got your concentration open. You have to carry a weapon. It's magical damage. I guess a ranger would often have a little boost, so they'd be doing a little bit more. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna say it's 2d6. Like, again, I'm losing sight of this. We're just making a first draft. If we bring this to the table and it's ridiculous, then okay, well, maybe it's you add your proficiency bonus to the damage when you're under half health. That could be fun. You know, that's actually quite a lot. So let's just make this simple. By 7th level, call on your serves to overcome the odds. Less than half your maximum rating. Well, that's good. Yeah. The following ways. And actually, let's go find that language in Ranger. The Swarm Keeper language in Ranger, where we have options of what to do. Swarm Keeper. One of the following ways is the language. And then it's you either it'd be cool to have a third one. there a third one? What a third one? Oh, what if... Oh, the range. Oh, okay. How does it say it? The attacks target. Oh, this is great. Yeah, this is cool. Okay. So you can either, like, punch it real hard, push people even further, or you get reach, which is cool. Because weirdly, reach... Yeah. Fucking, yeah. That's cool. That's so simple. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's... Determined... No. Resolute Spirit. I'm gonna say persevere. Yeah, that's great. Wow, spelling. Persevering Spirit. You just get one of these things. So this is great, because this is just two more. You just get... Yeah, you just get two more actions. That's the way we're going to code this. Okay, great. Let's do that. And you know what? I'm gonna... This is Beguiling Twist, which we don't need anymore. Now we have Persevering Spirit. Yes, indeed. Persevering Spirit. Don't need that snippet. And... You know, what are better words for, like, circumstance? Disadvantage. Drawback. Hindrance, that's fun. Disadvantage, we're looking for, like, what the fuck is disfavor? Disapproval, obscurity, disdain, distaste, disposition, despondency. It's obstacle. I'm looking for dilemma. Bottleneck. Trilemma when there's three of them. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it as odds. And we've got the words here. Actually, I don't remember exactly how to do bullet points. Like that, apparently. Let's do this. So, for reasons that'll become clear, I'm gonna copy this and horrible. That didn't help at all in any meaningful way. Is that really how it looks? Is that really how it looks? Actually, 1d6 force damage, your attacks. It's the reach property or your attacks put. Alright, great. Fantastic. And modifiers, I don't need it. Fantastic. And actions, I'm going to just make a new one. But this is good. We're going to make two. We're going to make one with the reach property, which we're going to figure out how to do that. Alright, it's the same thing. Or a strike. Persevering. Don't know how to spell that word. Wisdom, proficient, melee. The 2d6. Force, yes. Oh shit, right. Okay, we're gonna grab all of this for now. We're gonna go in here, paste this in. Well, you have less than half hit points. Strike. Damage. That. Okay. Okay. Persevering Spirit. One of several ways. Great. Yeah. Persevering Spirit. Also class description. Okay, cool. I still can't understand how this got all screwed up. I don't know why. Try it one more time. Just because it worked so well over there. Okay. Let's reach property. Save. Or Guardian. Done. Okay. Sweet. Class features, persevering spirit, favorite. I think before we move on to these two, I'm going to step away from the stream that no one is watching. Seems like an odd thing to declare, but so that it is not weird and empty in here. For again, the nobody that's here. Let's give myself 5 minutes. And we're gonna go to Pokemon City. Seems great. And you know what? I realized what the problem is. That's the problem is. I should make this guy Lucario, and that way I can always hit the B button to... I've been such the fool. Who's another Pokemon? Pichu, you're terrible. Oh my god, Team Aqua. Yeah. I'm gonna go away for 5 minutes, and everything's gonna be cool. And nobody's watching anyway. What's happening? Okay. Lucario wins again. It's a much better day for Lucario today. Lost my train of thought here. We're gonna just come over to this anyway. So where are we in this process? We've got spells. This might be a good time to do spells. Yeah, I like doing spells. So spells, y'all. So I want to talk about choosing spells for a subclass they're making. There's a couple of considerations. Now, obviously, for playing at your own table, just choose whatever spells you want. Like, we're going to talk about how to choose spells, like, whatever, but there's one restriction that I'm sorry, I'm eating a peppermint snowman. If you want to publish something, either on D&D Beyond or just in the world at large, outside of like making a PDF on Reddit, which has no rules. If you want to publish something on DM's Guild, Drive-Thru RPG, or if you just want to sell it or make a real product, you have to use the Open Gaming License, which means you have to use the source reference document, which means you can't use all the spells when you reference spells. You can only use the spells referenced in the basic rules. And you will see, as we're going through this, that is not every spell. That is not many spells. It's very frustrating. For instance, my first thought, like this morning when I was like, I kind of want something for I want a force damage kind of basic attack. I was like, oh, Sword Burst. Sword Burst, great. It's like, that's a great aura sphere kind of. Nope. Sword Coast Adventures guy. Can't use that. Whatever. No stuff. But for the purposes of this show, I'm just going to be doing OGL legal stuff, which means there may be, if you're watching this, or you're looking at the subclass, you're thinking like, man, be a way better spell would be blank. You're probably right, but you should check. That spell probably isn't in basic rules, which means I can't use it. So, for a ranger, we need one spell of each level, 1 through 5. And we want to think about spells that help this character do what it does. In this case, it is control the melee battlefield, take damage, and keep on trucking. Right? So something like, I'm just looking at here, something like Burning Hands kind of doesn't make sense. It's not a fire-based thing, like kind of weird to waste an action on doing, sort of spread of damage, like, or let's say Charm Person, like this character is more about sensing things, not about exerting influence, and so Charm Person doesn't make sense. But there are probably going to be multiple spells that make sense. So what I like to do is I like to go by level and scroll through, and anytime I see one that I like, I just, Detect Evil and Good, Detect Magic, I like both of those. Now, also going to check, think Detect Evil and Good is already, it's not a ranger spell, but I'm pretty sure that it's a, no, it's not. Protection from Evil and Good comes up. Well, what does Detect Evil and Good do? Types of creatures. I don't know. Feels like Primeval Awareness is fine, so I'm not going to write that down. Detect Magic. That's fun. Is already a ranger spell. And while technically I could give, a ranger spell, like, I think, isn't that already a ranger spell? No, it's not. You can give them things that are already ranger spells, but like, that's rude. They get so few spells. So I'm not gonna do that. So, Tech Magic is out. That's gotta be a ranger spell, yeah. First one I see here that I like is False Life. It's not a ranger spell, right? Yeah, great. Sorry, the optional class features, additional spells, they don't come up everywhere. They don't come up here. So, like Entangle's not. Where's Entangle? Yeah, not listed as a ranger spell, even though it's in the optional ranger spells. So, it's good to have that open and check. So, False Life. What I like about False Life is that if you are looking for that, like, getting down below your hit point maximum, having temporary hit points, as written, wouldn't break that. So a spell that gives you temporary hit points, not a bad idea. I'm going to put False Life on here. False Life, in the running. I kind of already know the spells I'm going to choose. Like, I've been thinking about it, but I'm going to talk through it as if I don't. Considered Guiding Bolt for Aura Sphere, but Radiant. Heroism is Hunter's Mark. They got Magic Missile. I'm writing Magic Missile down. Something I have not talked about at all is Aura Sphere, which is like a huge thing in the video games. It's like a huge thing in the anime. It throws the big ball of force energy. And, worth pointing out, that the way the attack works in Pokemon is that it bypasses accuracy checks. And that's Magic Missile. So, Magic Missile. In. Well, probably. Let's just say almost certainly. Protection from evil and good, cute, but like many Rangers already get it. And also... Sanctuary is cool. In terms of like the class identity. I'm going to put Sanctuary in here. This is all for show because Magic Missile is going to be it. But Sanctuary is cool. Shield, maybe Shield of Faith, maybe. Yeah, I'm going to say that's it. Let's go to 2. And I can tell you, I'm pretty sure 2 is the one that I'm very not excited about. Because I think there's a couple that I like. I like Augury a little bit. The thing about bones is like in Tekken, Pokken has like the bone-shaped aura thing, but I'm not gonna deal with that. Blur is cute. It's a good frontline spell, but I kind of don't want to avoid damage. I kind of want to just like overcome damage. Detect Thoughts. That's a big one. Would really like Detect Thoughts. That's in the running big time. And Large Reduce, Find Steed. I don't need any of that shit. Find Traps, Flaming Sphere, Gentle Repose, Hold Person, Invisible. None of these are great. That's a Restoration. Locate. I think these are already Ranger spells. Magic Weapon, Misty Step, Pass Without Your Prayer. Like, these aren't great. 10-minute casting time for Prayer of Healing. I don't know. A lot of these are not great. Shatter's thunder damage, which I don't like. Spike Growth is already a ranger spell. It doesn't make sense. Spiritual Weapon, but Warding Bond. Warding Bond is really interesting. It's kind of a shit spell. But if the point of my character is to take damage for people, and I benefit from being hurt, this would be kind of an amazing spell, wouldn't it? Me and the other frontliner are now splitting damage. And like, and suddenly, within the first couple bits of the fight, I'm down to my halfway, and I'm starting to throw out like more powerful like Aura Spheres. So I'm putting Warding Bond on here. What I don't like about that is that I really want Detect Thoughts very badly. But I do think that if you're playing to type, maybe you should just take the Telepathic feat and then Do you need this? And it doesn't matter. Those are the two I like. Web, Zone of Truth. Fuck that. Don't need those. Third. Beacon of Hope. Yeah. And on Wisdom, Death saves. Regains Maxwell. That's something. Doesn't... The aura... His aura is not usually like... Yeah. Blink. Clairvoyance. Counterspell. I will say this. It does have a counter. I think we're going to talk about that in a bit. It does have a counter in Super Smash Brothers, but counterspell, I don't... I'll put it on there because we've given him the ability to sense spellcasters, so like... Maybe. Spell magic, I don't want that. Fear, Fireball, Fly, Gaseous, Glyph of Warning. Hey, I'm just going to put haste on there because you should just put haste on everyone's list because it's the best spell. Haste didn't add haste to this, right? No, but I'm putting haste on here because it's the best spell. I like Magic Circle. I know it's kind of strange, but it fits the Guardian motif, so I'm just putting it on here. It's just the idea that can use aura to kind of construct it. It's not great. It's not great, but I'm putting it on there. And detection, plant growth, protection from energy. Protection from energy is cute, but I don't want. It's also already a ranger spell. Sending, slow, spirit guardians. They don't do force. They do radiant or necrotic. I don't love that. Empiric touch, water breathing. These aren't great. Water walk, wind walk. Yeah, I think we've seen enough. Let's jump to fourth. These aren't great either, so far. Oh, Death Ward. Like, I'm sorry. I'm having a character that is going to get hit all the time on purpose. Death Ward. Obviously Death Ward. Yeah. Divination is... movement. Guardian of Faith. Guardian of Faith is Radiant? Yeah, Radiant. So, ignoring that. Locate creature is already part of Ranger. Polymorph, Private Sanctum. Resilient Sphere is cool, except I don't really think... I don't know. I'm going to put it on there, even though it's pointless because Death Ward. But, okay, we haven't really given him other defensive stuff. But again, like... And then 5... I'm tempted by Arcane Hand. It does do force damage. It's kind of more Green Lantern than Lucario. There's a thing you'll see. I'm going to look at it. Actually, let's go look at it now. Sometimes you'll see stuff like this, which I really like. Appears as tentacle. Like, the idea that you have a spell that you can make change, like, water only. Appears as tentacle. The idea of, like... Oh, but a big palm kind of makes sense for this, but... Okay, Arcane Hand is in the running. It's an interesting thing to concentrate on while you're fighting. Cloud Kill, Commune, with Nature, these are all things you already have access to. Spell, Evil and Good. I have always liked this spell, even though it's really stupid. I like that you can use it to make a melee spell attack that pushes things out of... I'm going to put Spell Evil and Good on this list, because I know it's a bad spell. I know, like, numerically it's a terrible spell, and giving it to a ranger who has no spell slots is already mean. But like, there's something about it that I really like. The idea of just like touching it. Like it's like Kuma from One Piece. Like the dismissal part is just cool, and being able to concentrate on it for a minute and then end it. I think Hallow is worthwhile, except that I think they get Hallow from optional class features. They don't. All right, put Hallow on there. If I put Magic Circle on there, I put Hallow on there. Old monster. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need anything else. Planar Binding, Reincarnate, Scrying, Seeming, Telekinesis, Telepathic. But Telepathic Bond is... You don't have Ritual Casting, I'm not gonna... Wall of Force is maybe another one I'd consider. Seems kind of out of nowhere. Like suddenly you could just make Walls of Force. I don't know. I'm not gonna... Okay, so we've got these spells. And now we're gonna go through and we're gonna look at like sets of them. Like how do we choose them? Like for instance, I just know right now, there's no world in which I'm doing Resilient Spheres. Like, it's going to be Death Ward. Death Ward is it. It's in every combination of these. I think Sanctuary is cute, but it's the Alt-Shift-5. It's cute, but it's just not, like, it's not better than Magic Missile. And False Life, I think, is... It's so minimal, it's such a small amount that it's just, yeah. So it's gonna be Magic Missile. I don't know why I'm doing this. Let's skip level 2 because that sucks. This is a terrible choice. This is real Sophie's choice. I wish I could give him 2, but like that's really out of character. I mean, that's a rule that you could consider breaking, like 2 spells per level for Ranger, but like I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be the day that I break that rule. I don't like Counterspell. I think it's too specific, and you're not going to waste a 3rd level. Like you're just going to charge through it. Haste is cute, except we're going to get a Mega Form. Yeah, I'm. It's weird to say. I'm gonna do Magic Circle. I think that is interesting. I think it's cool to have a ranger that can do that. It sort of makes sense as a guardian that you would do that. I'm gonna do Magic Circle, which means we've now got an attack, something, a defense, sort of defense on. You're probably gonna cast it on yourself. And then I think that since we've done Magic Circle, we should do Dispel Evil and Good. We haven't chosen another concentration spell. Dispel Evil and Good has a really cool concentration effect. I think Hallow, Magic Circle are very similar, but it's sort of pointless to have both of them. And I think we do Warding Bond. I think Detect Thoughts is great, but I didn't lean into any telepathic stuff in this. I give you insight, but I didn't give you low range telepathy. It's just like, if you want to be telepathic, be a Kalishtar, take the feat. And frankly, now that I've made a wisdom focused ranger, you can take the telepathic feat +1 to wisdom and actually have it be your 4th level feat and actually have it build towards your primary stat, because your primary stat is wisdom, because that's your attack stat. So I'm accidentally a genius. Okay. Magic Missile, Warding Bond, Magic Circle, Death Ward, Dispel Evil and Good. Those are the spells. And you can see from this, like, Magic Missile, I know, it's a bit of a... I had to put Aura Sphere in there. But the rest of them are protective. Warding Bond protects one nearby guy. Like, Magic Circle could protect 2 or 3 people in your party. Death Ward, you probably should use it to protect yourself if you're being reasonable, but I guess you could use it on someone. And Dispel Evil and Good, again, it protects yourself, but it also gives you that ability to take someone out of the fight to whatever. So I like these. Let's put them in here. Or a Guardian Magic. I've already changed this, right? And now we just go in here and we type Magic Missile and Warding Bond. And how do I remember these? Magic Circle, Death Ward. Magic Circle. Death Ward. And Dispel Good and Evil, right? Boom. Spell good. Spell Evil and Good. Spell Evil and Good. It's very strange. Okay. Okay. Save those changes. Now, all we've done here is Aura. Didn't do that, or Guardian, or Ranger level. Spells. Great. Great. Crazy. Do other people get multiple? No, it's just one. Yeah. 1 plus Mage Hand. I don't want getting the cantrips for that. You know what? Let's do that. Do we have any desire to give them a cantrip? I don't think a cantrip makes sense, but let's look at the cantrips. Acid damage, necrotic damage, dancing lights, who cares? Druidcraft, they could take Druidic Warrior if they want, which they frankly should. Eldritch Blast would be great, that'd be a great Aura Sphere, but like, we're not giving a Ranger Eldritch Blast. Mage Hand stupid, in this case, Mending, Minor Illusion, Prestidigitation, none of this mix any resistance. Terrible. Waste of a turn. Shillelagh, Shocking Grasp, Sacred Flame, none of this, it doesn't do force damage. Spare the, who cares? Thumb, True Strike. Yeah, we'll give him True Strike. I don't want any of these cantrips. Stupid. Great. But what we need to do is change these. So, because these are already in there, in the right, in the right order, I'm going to go and just change these. Now, I could go and choose all these settings again, but I don't want to. Consumes a spell slot, yes. Counts as a known spell, no. Always prepared, yes. Available character, like all this stuff is already built in, which is really nice. All you gotta do in here is change the thing. All the settings are the same. Fantastic. Done. Magic Missile. Great. I'm gonna change Misty Step to... I forgot which one was 2. Warding Bond. Fantastic. Level 5, Warding Bond. 3rd level is Magic Circle. Magic Circle. Fantastic. 4th level, Dimension Door. Death Ward. Super cool. We got Death Ward now. And the last one should be Dispel. Amazing. Fantastic. Perfect. Done. Spells. Done. Great. How am I doing this? Some time. Almost 2 hours. This sucks. Okay. Alright. Here we are again. Fey Reinforcements, Misty Wanderer. Okay. I wrote here Improve Force Palm, more opportunity to use it. Or am I Lucario? We've done Improve Force Palm. Improve Force Palm is the 7th level feature. What I want to do now is I'm going to do counter. Which is to say, just gonna copy the interrupt magical casting. What does the Monster Slayer, Magic User's Nemesis, see creature? Yeah, okay. So it's just use your reaction to attack. I mean, is there a paladin that has a reaction attack? Goes to disadvantage, interception, reaction. Hit by attack. Okay. How have I worded Aura Strike? Could I use it? New attack option. You can use with the attack action. Oh, so that's interesting. New attack option you can use with the attack action. That implies that I cannot use Force Palm as a reaction. Well, I should edit that. Because I want them to be able to do that. So let's just go edit that. Getting a new attack. You can use time make. New attack option. Special attacks melee. Spell attack and requires free hand to use. You're proficient with it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Saved that. I think I have to edit it one more time. This is really annoying. I think I have to edit it in here. You have to be really careful about this. Yeah, you have to edit in here. Okay. Sorry about that. Right, I've edited it inside the action. That's all the places it's listed. And go back. Right. So I want a reaction. So Glorious Defense lets me to add a bonus that targets AC, and then if they miss, you can attack. Rebuke the Violent. No. No, that Overwatch doesn't count. Yeah, what I want is an anticipatory attack. I know someone is attacking me. I want to, like, feint away, hit them back really hard. So all right, if we're gonna get really experimental about it, I would say at the beginning of a creature's turn, you can use your reaction to enter a counter stance. If that creature attacks you on that turn, you can impose disadvantage, and regardless of whether the attack hits or misses, you can hit back. Is that stupid? I mean, look, the sort of baseline boring answer here is when you are the target of an attack, you can use your reaction to probably impose disadvantage. If the attacker misses, you can immediately make one melee attack against them. That's the like boring version of this. But I don't know. This is untested. This is an experiment. We're gonna do the not boring version. Not boring version is at the beginning of a hostile creature's turn. You can use your reaction to take a defensive stance. If that creature attacks you on that turn. Oh yeah, it's basically a character specific dodge. You're not making or it's a target specific dodge. You're not dodging against all attacks. You're dodging against that guy's attacks. And if that guy attacks you and misses, you can immediately make. Yeah, this is really stupid. I love it. Let's do this. We're gonna do reaction Guga. Boy, I can't spell under pressure. What level does this have? An 11? Well, your yeah. Becomes nearly, nah. What do you do? Strike back. Yeah, it's not great flavor text, but like, it's not the end of the world. Beginning of a hostile creature's turn, use your against them. Targeted creature. They attack during their turn. They make So yeah, sorry. So I realize I'm being silent to my no audience. Yeah. So the language here is that you use your reaction at the beginning, and then you can make an attack if they miss you. But we don't want to. If someone comes at you with a multi-attack and goes 1, 2, 3, you don't want bow. Once during this turn, if the target misses you with an attack, attack that collided. Yeah, that's simple and stupid and weird, which is like, take a defensive stance, and if they miss you, so it's like, this is good, this is fun, this is really stupid. This probably, in testing this, we would find out that this really sucks. This is really annoying to have to be like, yeah, I think that goblin's gonna attack me. You're basically giving yourself a spot dodge you're saying, I'm going to dodge that person. Instead of taking the all-purpose dodge, it's like, there's a one-person dodge, uses my reaction, and then you'd be like, that person's coming, and then come, and then you'd be like, boom, 10 feet. You know? Because that could be cool. You know? If they come at you and you can immediately push them away 10 feet, like that's neat, right? And if you're powered up, maybe no, it's like a 2d6, you knock them out. I don't know. It sounds fun. It sounds like a fun counter thing. And we're going to call this spot dodge, reaction. What are other words for reaction? Response, backlash, resistance, backfire. Blowback? Oh, reversal. Like, I'm looking for something where it's like, oh, you foreshadow, predictive. What's that word? Premeditated. Ponder, speculate, contemplate. Predictive is like predictive. Anticipate. I like anticipate. I'm gonna say foreseen. Yeah, we're gonna call it foreseen reversal. Is that a word? Is that how you spell it? No, it's not. Foreseen reversal. It's very stupid names here, but whatever. Let's do that. Let's make that. So Fey reinforcements becomes foreseen reversal, and it's this, and it's all this, 7th level aura guardian feature, and it's by 11th level. Can't move these things closer together. I don't need the whiteboard. Great, awesome, and get snippet. So, your reaction take an instance against a hostile creature. That's it. I'm just going to leave it at that. We're not going to talk about that part. We've done that. Foreseen reversal. And we're going to go and this adds a spell, and we're going to delete that because we don't need the spell. Done. And it's got an action. I'm going to delete this action. We're going to make a new action. I just don't want to deal with the way that action is written. And we're going to make a new action, and it is a spell. No. It's a general action. Oops. And this is a foreseen reversal. And it doesn't have an ability score, it doesn't have any of this stuff. It's just activation of a reaction. Doesn't have a reset type. Put this wording back in. Against a hostile creature. Yep. Great. Done. Fantastic. Foreseen reversal. Right? Save. Done. Doesn't have level overrides. whatever. Stun, stun, stun. So Auric Guardian's got Forcing Reversal. Super cool. And then Misty Wanderer. Okay. Alright. Okay. Mega Lucario. What saving throw proficiencies do Rangers have? This is sorry, I'm like immediately 10 steps ahead of. I'm not explaining anything. Oh, they can't because one of the features is to get Wisdom saving throw. They have Strength and Dexterity saves. Jesus. Okay. That sucks. Yeah. Damn. All right. Let's talk about Mega Lucario while looking at something more interesting than my computer. Is there any Pokemon left I haven't forced into servitude here? Behind the thing. Oh, Mewtwo. Oh, I love a Mewtwo. Yeah, shout out Mewtwo. Let's get it in there. Mega Lucario. What's Mega Lucario's deal? What is... It's just... It's got game data. It's got Pokédex entries. What is Mega? What is Mega? Okay, Mega Lucario. Black streaks all over its body show where its aura and the energy of Mega Evolution are mingled. It readies itself to face enemies by focusing on its mental energy. Its fighting style can be summed up in a single word: heartless. Damn. Aura has expanded due to Mega Evolution, governed only by its combative instincts, strikes enemies without mercy. Okay. Bathed in explosive energy, its combative instinct awakened. For its enemies, it has no mercy whatsoever. So, no mercy. So, okay. So, I would say that Mega Lucario is just... He'll just fuck you up. And if I'm being honest, I think the way we do that is we say you get all the benefits of being below half health. Or you get your Aura Strike is empowered as if you're below half health. You get that. Boy, this Aura Sphere is way cooler than Magic Missile. But whatever. But yeah, 5th level Magic Missile. What's 5th level Magic Missile do? I just want to look this up because I'm feeling stupid. 5th level Magic Missile. 5th level Magic Missile. Magic Missile. 3 darts. 1d4 plus 1. And then you add 4 more darts. 7 darts. 74 plus 7. Which is... Sorry, this is... I really shouldn't be. 74 plus 7 is... like 25 damage? Up to 35, but about 24 and a half. That's not great. You know, 4d6 is, oh, much less. Okay, so I guess that's pretty good. That's like a spell that does like 66. I'm on any dice right now. Everyone should use any dice. It just doesn't come up in this episode. Yeah, it's the same as 76. So it's not terrible. But yeah. What we have now is you get these 2d6 attacks. Okay. Mega Lucario should have substantial defensive ability. Like, it should boost your AC, I mean, it's a Tasha's Otherworldly Guise, essentially. In fact, fuck it. How does Tasha's, I'll cut over to this in a second. Tensor's transformation is 10 minutes. That is a long ass time. You get 50 hit points. You get 2d12 extra damage per attack, although you attack twice. So you're doling out 4d12 force damage. Your get armor proficiency, which, like, who's gonna be doing that? What about Tasha's Otherworldly Guise, which is sort of another big transformation. And these are 6th level spells, which means a first level, 2nd level, 3rd level, 4th level, 5th level at 9th, 6th level at 11th. Oh, Jesus. Tasha's Otherworldly Guise, 11th level spellcasters can do it. You're a 15th level ranger. It should be as good as Tasha's Otherworldly Guise, considering you're only going to do it once a day. But by the way, if you're going to do it once a day, it's going to be a long rest ability. You two fine. +2 bonus to AC. Attack twice. Weapon attack using spellcasting modifier. I'm going to say 3 attacks per round. I'm spitballing here also because I'd like to be done with this. 3 attacks per round. You gain... your aura strike is permanently benefits as if it's... No. 3 attacks per round and you get all of them. Doesn't matter if you're below half health. Right? Yeah. No, it should be all hurting. No defensive stuff. I think temporary hit points. Yeah, temporary hit points. All 3 benefits of Persevering Spirit. So you're doing 2d6, pushing 10 feet, and you've got reach. And... yeah, temporary hit points, all the benefits, and extra attack? A bonus action attack? Can't drop concentration? Advantage on concentration? Sorry, it's like I should be writing these things down. Lucario. Bunch of THP. Yeah. Yeah, half your max. We're going to say additional attack, making an attack action, and all benefits of her severing. Oh, that's why I was spelling it wrong. It's not persevere, it's persevere. Persevere. 2d6, reach, extra push. And you get this for 1 minute. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go grab some language. So we know that we want the language of form change. The language of form change is in every single paladin subclass. Yeah. This. I'm gonna just grab all this shit. 20th level. This little flavor shit happens. Flavor. Using a bonus action. It should be a bonus action. Let him enjoy the fruits of their transformation. Undergo transformation for 1 minute. You gain the following benefits. Great. And then we gain benefits. We're gonna say. That's interesting. Temporary hit points. Is there any? Wing sprout. Okay, so wing sprout from your back and gain flying speed. If I say half, all right, assuming this person has like 16 constitution, they're looking at D10, that's 6, right? 6 plus con. So that's 3, no, that's 9 per level. So they're looking at 180. Damn, really? Wow. Just forget about the D10 hit die. Nearly 200 hit points. So if I'm giving you 20 temporary, sorry, I was thinking about this sort of at the beginning of your turn, gaining temporary HP. In your turn, you get temporary HP equal to your character level, right? So that's your ranger level. As opposed to just getting 100, so getting like, let's say 20 per turn for 10 turns, assuming you burn through it all, which you should, because you should be getting punched pretty hard. That's 200. It's twice as much, but you have to get hit for it to matter. And I'm going to do that, because I'm annoyed at the fact that I'm dealing with this. Gain the following. Yeah, I'm going to say your turns. You each your turns. Points equal to gain temporary hits equal to your ranger level. 1, done. Whenever you cast a paladin spell, I don't care. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Strikes. Gain all 3 benefits. What did I write? Oh, right. I want to go steal this from the fighter. How exactly do fighter? Does fighter write the extra attack? Class features, extra attack. Just stealing that. Okay, so this is just mega form. Mega. Mondo. Like, whoops, I don't want that. What is just mega? Oh, yeah. Whoops. So I'm just looking at the, like, mega from megas, great, large, and mighty. Yeah, you know what? Mighty Guardian. It's not really worth it to futz around with this, and also I'm tired of streaming to no one. Frankly, I'm just tired of streaming, even if there's people here. I don't know that. I've never streamed. That's not true. I streamed to people on another job. Okay. Okay. 15th level. Your limits. Find a way to push beyond your limits. Form. Yeah, I mean, it's not great. The flavor on this is not great. 15th level, you find a way to push beyond your limits and transform into a relentless avatar of power. I like sort of relentless and heartless. That was like all the mega descriptions on this were like, you know, heartless and without mercy. Has no mercy whatsoever. It's based combative instincts. Great. So bonus action, you undergo transformation for following benefits. The beginning of each turn. Okay. Let's make this. This is going to be interesting. This doesn't really have like a... Okay. Yeah. I'm trying too hard here. Sorry. Bonus action. Okay. That's that. And I'm very curious. Yeah, great. Yep, using bonus action to rely on power. This is aura. Save those changes. Oh, I didn't change the name. That's fine. I don't need to. It's stupid Save. All right. So all this is doing is adding a bonus action. You don't get any spells. Nope. Don't need that. We don't get any spells. Doesn't do that. Delete that. And the actions doesn't matter because I'm just not involved. I'm just gonna make a new one. Action. General. Mighty transformation. Doesn't use any of that shit. And is just a bonus action. Fucking great. Redo this again. Now I hope that when they make like 1D&D that you'll be able to have like states, like transformations. Like I'd like to be able to hit a button on my sheet that like gives me the third attack or changes my ability scores or like I mean look at some of this shit like especially like just looking at the paladins. I don't know they're gonna keep paladin transformations, but like regain 10 hit points. Everything becomes a bonus action. Or sorry. Flying speed of 60 feet. Like hitting a button and how your sheet says 60 feet. Like I've wanted that for a while. Like, oh, you're hasted. You know, like hit a thing on your sheet, now you're hasted, and now it changes. Your AC bumps because you're hasted, and like there's a little thing that tells you you're under a condition. Like, I'd love that as a digital feature, but this is not. We're not talking about that. What are we talking about though? This. Nope. Whoops. I was right. It was that. Okay. All right. Then bonus action. Relentless avatar power. Done. Save. Limited use. Oh. Fascinating. Long rest. Aha. Could do it. Because I didn't set the long rest thing. Limited use. Reduces. One. No, number of uses one. Number of uses one. Done. Alright. Okay. Alright. I think we've done it. Or Guardian Magic, or Intuition, or Strikes, Persevering Spirit, Foreseen Reversal, Mighty Guardian. This all doesn't exist, but how much description is there in Ranger shit? That paragraph. There is 1, 2, 3. There's like 3 sentences. Right? What about this Drake Warden? It's like 3 sentences. And all this origin shit. But great, cool, awesome. I'm not gonna do that for this test. Let's write a little 3-sentence description. I don't know why I'm using headers as if I could possibly use this outline in any useful way. Description. What are you about? I don't know. What are the Aura Guardians about? What's the Aura Guardian? Aura Guardians. It's just a list of them. It's just a thing. Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know. It's basically key. Well, let's at least people script. Actually, the natural world takes form of a tronic spirit. Paragraphs trick. Okay. What about Fey Wanderer? Thanks to Moon Fey, Harvey Fey, Fey Wanderer, arranged with Mortal Fey, Multiverse, Joyful Laughter, Bright and Siren. Yeah. Okay. Great. Dreadful is their fury. Horizon Walker, guard the world against threats. So, what do Aura Guardians do? Aura Guardians protect the essence of all living things. Yeah. We're going to start. I mean, yeah, it's annoying. I think it's kind of lame to start with just the name of your subclass, but Horizon Walker does it. No, never mind. Stormkeeper doesn't do it. But some people do it. The Beastmaster. Oh man, it's like 2 sentences. Awesome. Let's just do like 2 sentences. Aura Guardians. Tapped into a unique source of power shared by all living things. Some rangers into powerful force called aura, which all living creatures share. Use this power emotions, sense deeply, powers, tensions around them, themselves to do themselves protecting. Sorry, this is not going to make good video editing content. I'm just trying to come up with like a good sort of way of describing aura guardians, which is like they learn to cultivate this sense of like aura where they can sense other living things, and then they can use their own aura, you know, to, they can even push it outside their body and use it to create magical effects, and yeah, and they're guardians. So some rangers are gifted the ability to tap into a powerful force called aura, which all living creatures share. You can use this power to sense by sensing this power in others, deep insight. They have deep insight and intuition. They gain deep insight and knowledge about their foes alike, and can even learn to manifest by sensing this power in others. They gain deep insight and knowledge about their friends and foes alike, giving them unique abilities both in and out combat, these aura guardians. These aura guardians can also manipulate their own aura to deliver devastating strikes to their enemies, protecting the creatures in places they hold dear. Wow, that's terrible. But, like, I don't have time for this shit. That's the description. Some rangers give the ability to tap and program, which gives all other users share. An internal font of power. Sorry, I'm like, as I'm typing this, internal. Some rangers are gifted the ability to tap into a mysterious force called aura, an internal energy all living creatures share. By sensing this power in others, they gain deep insight knowledge. They gain deep insight knowledge about their friends and foes alike, giving them unique abilities both in and out of combat. These aura guardians can also manipulate their stalwart. Resolute. Okay, so we're saying these resolute guardians of life can also manipulate their own aura to deliver devastating strikes to their enemies, protecting the creatures and places they hold dear. That's real stupid. What's the short description? We're going to say it's Aura Guardians. Gifted the ability to tap into mysterious calls Aura. Which yeah, great. Aura Guardians are gifted the ability to tap into a mysterious force called Aura, which they can use to deliver devastating strikes to their enemies. Great. Awesome. Save. Did I do it? Nope. Shit. Oh, while we're here, let's delete this copy of Monster Slayer. Aura Guardian. Looks good. That looks like it's Persevering Spirit, Forcing Reversal, Mighty Guardian. Fucking great, awesome. Let's try this. Let's see if we can make one. Level 20. Aura Guardian. Don't have to make any choices. Fantastic. Great. Great. You're a soldier. Okay. Alright, so we've got Magic Missile, Warding Bond, Magic Circle, Death Ward, Spell Evil and Good. We've got our spells. That's covered. Class features. Aura Guardian, Aura Strikes. That says no action. I think that makes sense. Gain a new attack option. Aura Guardian, you learn these spells. Aura Intuition, I could do 3. I've got 3. Extra attack, Persevering Spirit. Aura Strike Persevering, which is 2d6. Forcing Reversal, it's a reaction. It's got a description. Mighty Guardian, I could do 1 Prolonged Rest. Feral Sense of False Layer. Go to my actions. I've got Aura Strike and Aura Strike Persevering. Fantastic. Actions. Spell Evil and Good. I don't care about that. Bonus action. I've got Aura Intuition. Special Insight check. Got Mighty Transformation. Inspire of Avatar Power. I got a reaction, which is Foreseen Reversal. I've got a other, which doesn't matter. Limited use, or it is there. Fantastic. It's in there. Now I've never hit this button. What happens if I do that? Cool. Great. So that's out there. I'm going to see if I can link these together, and then I'm gonna be done. Yeah. Well, how long did that take? Wow, a really long time. Okay, well, for anyone who stumbles upon this in the future and for God knows why actually watches this, thank you. Otherwise, I'm gonna cut and download the video and hopefully edit a watchable video out of this. So, yeah, that's, do I have a sign off? Yeah, this has been Untested Arcana. Over the last 2 streams, over the course of about 2.5 hours, 3 at this point, like 3.5 hours, we conceived of and designed. I use we very loosely because it was just me with no audience. But we sort of like generated 8 random Smash characters, chose one, Lucario, ideated how to make it, made all the features, and then built it in D&D Beyond, and it is now shared with the community on D&D Beyond. So I'm going to put some links, make a video, and let's hope this is the start of a series and not just the weirdest two days of a weekend I've ever had. So yeah, signing out.